Britain was great till it had to be great. Woo, Chile. The drama, the intrigue. As you can see, I've got my fascinator on, and I'm also wearing my bodysuit from the Meghan Markle for Reitman's collection, so you know we're going to be talking about the emancipation of Harry and Meghan. Go grab a glass of your favorite libation and let's chat. It's your girl Ava, and welcome to Wine and Whatevs. God save the Queen. But before we begin, a few disclaimers. Disclaimer number 1. When I mention things like Britain is racist or the racist British people, I'm not talking about all people in Britain. I know not everyone in Britain is racist. Some of my really close friends and family members live in Britain, and I know they're not racist. What I'm specifically talking about is those segments of the media, as well as those segments of the population that have shown themselves to be deeply racist. So that's the first disclaimer. Disclaimer number 2. I have been known to occasionally break out in a little bit of a British accent, and if I do, nobody come for me, because 2 weeks ago when Chet Hanks was speaking a bastardized version of Patois, the lovely language of Jamaica, everyone thought it was cute and endearing and were giving him big ups. So if you have a problem with my fake British accent, you can take that to Chet's page and keep the same energy, okay? Thanks. Now, I'm not going to sit here and rehash everything and lay out the timeline of what happened and all that kind of stuff, because there's many a source online that you can go and find that information out. What I'm going to focus on are my takeaways from this whole situation. Now, I'm not surprised that Harry and Meghan chose to step back because I don't think that they wanted to be there to begin with. I think they wanted to be there to participate in the charity aspect, but the whole waving and sucking up to the media and everything like that, I don't think they liked that part. And even the way they did their charity work, I find from what I see with members of the royal family, they do a lot of waving, they do a lot of public appearances, but I don't see, outside of maybe heads together, I don't see any like tangibles of what they've done. If you look at some of the things that Harry and Meghan have been involved with, a lot of their charity work extends past just hand waving. They have, created like different initiatives that actually make the charity money and actually help the charity thrive. You think about the cookbook that Meghan did for the Grenfell Towers. I mean, when the whole fire happened, you saw a lot of the royal family came out, they shook hands, they went to hospitals, but you didn't really see much of like what they were going to do to help the victims. Then here comes Meghan, sees what happens, helps to create this cookbook that's raised hundreds of thousands of dollars for organizations that help the Grenfell victims, right? You look at the SmartWorks charity, where she worked with her fashion connections to bring about clothing lines that could do you buy one, it benefits the charity, all that kind of things, right? You have Invictus Games, where they actually do something to help lift the spirits of veterans. They like to do work where they actually do things. They don't want to be figureheads. So that right there, they weren't going to stay in the royal family long because they can't be just a face. They have to, be the hands and the heart of the organization. So I'm not surprised that they left. I think people were expecting Harry to leave his wife. Why people are wishing divorce on these two? Well, we know why they're wishing divorce on those two. That's another one of my hot takes. But they wanted them to leave. They thought that this man, once his wife identified that, you know what, the media, the scrutiny, the double standards, it's getting to me, I want out. They thought that he was going to be like, well, you can leave. Are you serious? This man in his interview for their engagement said that she was roasting a chicken and then he proposed. That man has tasted seasoned chicken. He was going nowhere. When they went home for Thanksgiving, I'm sure Doria broke out the oxtail and the macaroni pie, and this guy was like, people can eat this good? No, I'm not leaving. So I'm not surprised that this man left. He's not going to leave his wife. Like, I don't know why you're wishing to, well, like I said, I know why you're wishing divorce on them, but he's not going anywhere. Sorry, guys. Meghan's here to stay. Suck it up. My next hot take is I'm starting to think that according to some segments of the British public and the British media, racism is defined as slavery. So as long as you're not keeping slaves, you're not being a racist. So if you're referring to a child that has African heritage as a monkey, you're not being racist. If you are using double standards to mistreat his mother, who's a black woman, it's not racist. If you refer to said black woman's blood as icky DNA that's gonna muddy the royal bloodline, that's not racist, because at no point did any of those people have slaves. Are you kidding me? The next thing that really kind of irked me was the whole royal family's reaction to this blatant racism that was being displayed towards this couple. Now, I would think that if somebody used racist epithets to refer to my grandchild, I would immediately release a statement. I would say something right away to say, hey, we're not going to do this. This is not how this works. But there was silence coming from the royal family. There was more outrage when Kate Middleton was accused of using Botox and having hair extensions. Oh, they were quick to release a statement about that. But referring to baby Archie as a monkey got silenced. Referring to Meghan Markle as straight out of Compton and she's going to bring gangs and there'll be a barrage of bullets at the royal family, nothing. As a person who is Jamaican born, which is a Commonwealth country, and currently lives in Canada, which is also a Commonwealth country, and a person of color, what do you think that says to me? What that says to me is that you don't really care about people of color. You could care less about our feelings or what we're going through because it doesn't serve you. How are you going to be the leaders of nations that are made up of a lot of black and brown people, and when there's one black and brown person in your family, you guys did nothing to protect them, so much so that they had to leave? How are you then gonna, like, it's really interesting actually. Next week, there's supposed to be a meeting of African leaders that are supposed to go meet about investing in Africa. How is it going to look when you're trying to smile and parlay with these African leaders when the one person of African descent that was in your family had to leave because they were being overly scrutinized and you guys did nothing? So you're going to invest in me, but you can't even invest in your own family. Like, that really irked me, and that really, really bothered me. I will say this, I don't know about you, but I'm excited to see what the future has in store for the Sussexes. I mean, you know that when the Queen made that announcement yesterday that they were going to give up their HRH title so they can be regular civilians, someone at Netflix was like, excuse me, how much money we got left in the bank account? Because we need to give them the Obama deal. Give them hundreds of millions of dollars. I'm seeing documentaries about their charities. I'm seeing movies. I'm seeing Meghan Markle doing another fashion line, which, as evidenced by this, I'm totally here for. Oh my God, the book deal. Can you imagine the book deal? Oh, the tea that could be spilled. They need that book deal. Give it to them. Give it to them. They've more than earned it. Give it to them and let these two shine. Just let them shine. Moving into 2020, wastebands are going to have a hard time finding girlfriends now. Because how are you going to give them the bare minimum when you got guys like Prince Harry willing to give up $88 billion of a family fortune just to, like, you know, be with his wife and kid? Like, some of you guys out there are going to have to do way better, because we have seen the promised land and we girls want it. Yeah, we want it. We want it all. Lastly, one of the most important things I think we can all learn from this situation is the importance of protecting your peace. If you are in a situation that does not serve you positively, where people are abusing you, where people are using your talent and then turning their backs on you, you are of no obligation to remain there. You're not. It doesn't matter if it's your job. It doesn't matter if it's your family. You have a right to protect your peace. You have a right to protect your loved ones. It's plain as that. And I'm sure that, I mean, money-wise, I'm sure these two will be fine. but I do appreciate how hard it must have been to have to look at people who have raised you and say, listen, there are things that I require of you and you're not standing up. You're not standing up for me, even though I have routinely stood up to you and stood up for you, and I need to remove myself from the situation. And I appreciate how hard it is. I give them much respect. I wish them all the best in the future. I look forward to all that they have to offer. And Harry and Meghan and little baby Archie, cheers. Thanks for watching. And my doorbell just rang because my friend's here to take some pictures of me. But thanks for watching Why Do What Does. I'll see you next week. And bye-bye.